Ladies and gentlemen, Six Fig Stock Trader here from YouTube. In today's video, we're going to be talking everything internet computer. So let's get into this. Welcome back to the channel, everyone. If you guys haven't already, smash that subscribe button. I truly appreciate it more than you guys know. If you could hit that like button too, give you a kiss on the cheek. How about this? Internet computer is about to surpass 1 billion blocks, folks. This is huge. So big shout out to Dfinity, everyone, the developers, the community. We've all made this possible. It's an incredible feat, to say the least. Now let's talk a little bit about Bitcoin Flower, because I did end up scooping up Bitcoin Flower 669 or 69.9 or something like that. I don't know what it was. Cost me about 350 ICP is what it is. I got in very late, but they will be doing the screenshot here to get an airdrop of the Pineapple Punk. And I do think that I heard somebody saying that in order to get the IC Flower, you need to possibly hold an ETH Flower as well. So I do have one of those that I ended up getting for free through some move that I made. I was an early investor in the Origin network. So I took profits and I dumped it into an ETH Flower. Why not, right? But Bitcoin Flower drops a message July 11th that says Pineapple Punk's launch set for July 31st. The snapshot for the airdrop will take place July 15th, 4 p.m. UTC. And you'll be able to get a Pineapple Punk. And they have been like dropping crazy pictures, or at least Ludo has, of the Pineapple Punk. And they just look so sick. I'm trying to just, there we go. I mean, these things are just so cool looking. I mean, they're just so unique. I've never seen anything like this style of art. So, big shout out to Bitcoin Flower. And if you're interested in getting a Bitcoin Flower, I think the floor right now is about 318 ICP or something like that. But you might be able to pick up some Bitcoin Flowers after the Pineapple Punk launch, because maybe some people just wanted to, or after the screenshot and the launch, because some people wanted to get that Pineapple Punk. But let's move on. Let's move on to the top 1,000 coins, folks. A lot of these I have never checked out, but you can kind of see right now for the day, really, we are looking at kind of a mixed bag. In Metag, XOR, I've never heard of these. A lot of these cryptos I have never even heard of. So probably lots of very low volume stuff happening. Let's look at the top hundo. Luna C's down. Ave's up 10%. That's awesome if you're holding that CRV. But yeah, on the day, we're kind of just looking at, I want to say, a slightly leaning towards the reddish, downside of things right now. Here we got ICP though, folks. ICP is still holding on strong. Currently, at the time of this video, we're trading at $6.32. And I have heard a lot about this whole thing with the Mt. Gox situation, where people are kind of concerned that we might be seeing some additional crypto or some additional Bitcoin hitting the exchanges. So there's 130,000 or 150,000, somewhere in that neighborhood, of Bitcoin that will be sent out to people impacted by the Mt. Gox devastation that happened. And, I kind of am thinking about this. And, if I was a Mt. Gox holder way back when, and let's just say maybe you get like this is just my thing. If you get like 5-10 Bitcoin, okay, whatever. You could probably sell off, a couple Bitcoin, pay some bills, maybe pay down some debt. It would be awesome. Then you just save the rest for when Bitcoin goes up higher. And you know, from that standpoint, when you multiply that by a few thousand people possibly, you know, you could see a few thousand Bitcoin being sold on the markets here anytime from now till sometime in August. I'm not exactly sure when these Bitcoins will be released to the original holders and the people impacted. I do know one person that was impacted by Mt. Gox. So I might have to talk with him a little bit just to kind of see how Mt. Gox is kind of handling the situation. But, you know, they're saying Black Swan event. Is it going to be like the coronavirus crash? Something like that. We just don't know. We just don't know. So we've got this falling wedge that happened with ICP, which is just nuts. To see a falling wedge like this or of this caliber. Basically, the price is just condensing down into this little squeeze point. And right now, it appears that we might have found a bottom somewhere in here. We could just be filling out some sort of symmetrical triangle right now. We might be seeing somewhat of a descending triangle or something like that. But I do think that there could be a possibility for ICP to maybe come down to this $5.57 level. On this daily, we've got 3 red candles. So it's not really telling me that there's a heck of a whole lot of support going on right now. But things can change in a blink of an eye with crypto. We just need to look at like the Voyager chart, which is up. VGX is up like 400% in the last day. We're gonna talk about that in a different video though. So yeah, this is definitely interesting. If we do see this little rip down and a reversal around the $5.61 level, I'm going to be really, really, really careful with ICP at this point, because if we do not come up and break this upper trend line here to go to the upside, there will be a chance that we have a head and shoulders pattern occur here, which could bring us back down to these $4.64-ish levels. But Internet Computer, despite the rest of the market, has been really pinned. It seems like between this $6 and $6.50 level over the last week or two. So that's always good to see. But for me, for right now, I'm kind of waiting to see what happens here. I'm not really seeing any concrete Elliott wave theory that would suggest to me that this thing is going to start ripping to the upside. So let's go ahead and just break this thing back down to the 4-hour chart. Here we go. And I'm going to throw up a Fib channel. And basically a Fibonacci channel is a way you can measure price action, you know, at angles, things like that. So we can see that price action is obeying this Fibonacci channel quite well. Just nothing but a big spinning candle fest really the last couple days. So if we see it start to come down, look for this $5.93 level. If it breaks below the $5.56 level, kind of watch out. When we look at cryptos and stuff like that, folks, another thing to just kind of realize is the trend angles that currencies and stuff like that move at tend to be at a 45-degree angle. This is very interesting stuff, to say the least. And I have been really kind of studying this stuff over and over the last few months more and more. So really, I do think that there is this chance that we could see ICP kind of drift back down to this $5.50-ish level, somewhere in there. We're seeing this 50 moving average on the 4-hour chart kind of way over this 200 moving average. So there could be an indication that it's going down to at least retest this 200. We'll just kind of play it by year. So let's look at Bitcoin here, and actually let's just check out this Voyager chart. And this is what I'm talking about. This is insane pump volume, down from like 14 cents all the way up to $1 in a matter of hours. And I do think that there is some sort of scam or something like this behind this pump. I'm not getting into it or anything like that. but it just is what it is. And when we look at Bitcoin here, I got the 4-hour chart pulled up. Again, I've got this Fibonacci channel. And really, folks, we've got this Fibonacci channel. We can see price action. Bitcoin has fallen out of this channel. This is not what you want to see. It's tried to break back into this channel without success. And we can see that this body here is kind of, I don't know, the body of this candle just seems like it cannot break through. So for whatever reason, I do think that there might be some sort of symmetrical triangle or something like that forming here. Whether or not we're going to get the bounce is anybody's guess, but these long wicks on both sides of the candle are telling me that there is intense competition between the bears and the bulls as far as this buying is considered. So if Bitcoin does drop, I do think that this $18,600 level, this definitely the $17,600 level are going to be decent points to really kind of pay attention to. Kind of going off the whole ICP thing, if we do get a bounce here, watch out, because we could have a little head and shoulders pattern possibly forming out here as well. But let's just go ahead here and play devil's advocate and just try to see, what's going on with Bitcoin and the prices here. So bear with me. So really, I'm interested in these lows over here, and I'm interested in this all-time high here. So if Bitcoin starts really tanking past this 127, I'm going to be looking at this $12,772-ish level to maybe start getting back into Bitcoin. And I think that, it would probably take, a month to hit these levels, somewhere in there, quite possibly. It goes down a lot faster than it does go up. So it wouldn't surprise me to see something like that happen with Bitcoin. So, man, it's just kind of like the markets, nobody knows what's going on. Is this going to be some sort of fall in price because of the Mt. Gox thing? I mean, I'd never really thought of that before I started hearing it in social media, stuff like that. So, folks, I hope you guys enjoyed this little video on ICP. And if you're interested in more dApps in the ecosystem, check out the end screens. That's where I've got some videos on dApps within the IC. So we'll see you guys all in the next video.